an Easter treat in store this weekend for football fans, coaches and referees of all ages, with a series of workshops organised at different football grounds around Belfast. They have a distinctly Dutch theme to them, with PSV Eindhoven's senior scout Martien Pennings holding specialised clinics to pass on, I suppose, the Dutch philosophy of this beautiful game. He's literally stepped off the plane, fresh into the studio with me here alongside Tim Wareing of TWS Sports, who are organising the weekend events. Tim, maybe first explain to me what's happening. This is a coaching session for the coaches.
Yes, that's right. We had the pleasure of meeting Martien in Holland last year, on a recent trip, and it's been great that we've managed to bring him over to Belfast, because it's not everybody can be able to, with expense and availability of family life jobs and stuff, to go to Holland. So the next best thing is to bring these specialist coaches here in Northern Ireland.
So what will you be doing, Martien? What can you teach the coaches?
Well, I want to teach tomorrow how the basics are from football, the technical things that love the kids. So I hear you say I'm senior scout, but I'm also junior scout. I scout from 7 years, from 6 years till the first team. So I always looking to the trainings, we have a certain philosophy, and I want to bring a piece of the philosophy of Holland to Ireland.
So what can you bring? What can you teach coaches about coaching young footballers?
Yeah, in the beginning, between 6 and 12 years, that they are open. They can learn all the things, even and also football. So in that age, you must develop the technical things of football, of the kids. And let them think about football. Not say that you have to do, but why you do that, and why can you do it in another way. Let them think, and together we make a plan. Mm-hmm. With every player with PSV, we make a plan, an own plan. We don't have one plan, we have 200 plans, and that must be that's the things I want to bring over to the coaches.
Well, what is the standard of coaching like in soccer here in Northern Ireland, Tim?
Locally, I mean, there's a mix. I don't always like to be negative. I mean, positively, there is some great youth setups here, but maybe for every one good youth setup there's maybe 6 really poor organised setups as well. I think.
And what makes a good one? What makes a good one different to a bad one?
I suppose it's a matter of opinions, isn't it? But I mean, I do believe, the technical side, making the kids fall in love with the game. I think over here we've got an aspect of being teaching kids like mini adults. We've got coaches out there with 9-10 year olds teaching them set pieces, teaching them shouting things from the touchline, the behaviour and stuff, and putting too much pressure and not giving them the freedom to express and play. And that's why we're not, I believe, in the local game here and in England, that we're not able to produce the players that you see. You look at the Dutch national side against Scotland there, that won 3-0, and you've seen the players that weren't even in the squad, Van der Vaart and of course I'm forgetting about Van Nistelrooy, who's out injured all year. I mean, there's abundance of talent. It's just the way they let the kids play. The education system for youth coaches, they've got good support. We don't really get that. I think, the first initial couple of coaching courses that we have here in this country, and even to an extent in England, after that it's all about the adults game, and I don't think there's enough specialist youth coaches here to be able to develop the kids in a way that we want to.
So what's the secret, Martien, of Dutch success?
We don't have a secret. We have a philosophy, and the philosophy is that we let the children think about football, and we have plans, we have training sessions, and we know what they want to reach, what we want to reach. But they must have enjoyment in the game, and the development is coming then. To develop from 6 years till 11 years, then they can take all the things in the bodies. And
give me an example of some of the players, some of the great Dutch players that have come through this system, that have come out the other end and had a successful career.
Afellay is a young player now. He's coming with 7 years by PSV, but he all did with the ball all of things, and later he became tactical things, and now he's growing up and he's becoming one of the best of the national team.
And how do you hold on to them? Because the thing is, now there's so much competition, especially here. There are kids who are playing soccer, might also be playing Gaelic, they could also be playing rugby, they could be involved in other sports in school. How does soccer hold on to them and make sure that that's the game that they want to follow?
It's just really,
you're in the marketplace.
The coverage, I think, you go and see, it's well marketed from the Premiership to the major tournament and stuff, so that's one thing you got in your favour. When you say about the other sports, I'm a big fan of kids taking place in our sports, multi-sports, because I think it brings on other aspects of their game in terms of football, whether it be their agility, their speed by gymnastics, you know, for example. I mean, other things, I think, going back to the Dutch development really is the contact time they have with their kids. I mean, the top clubs over in Holland would maybe get contact time with young kids at the age of 9, 10, 11 of 9 to 12 hours a week, where realistically over here our kids maybe get one training session a week with their club and maybe one match day on a Saturday, so they're maybe only getting 2-3 hours.
And a final quick question, how do you deal with the parents? How do you get parents who are shouting and saying, put him on, play him up front, move back, move forward, stand back, move up to your man?
We have rules, but PSV we have rules. We said the parents may not talk about, they may talk about their son against the trainer and after the match, but not during the match, not in the dressing room.
Leave it to the coach.
Give the children to the coach and trust him, and we make players of them. Not all
different mentality.
Martien's also a scout as well, so you never know, he could find a bit of talent when he's over here, and some of the players get snapped up for PSV Eindhoven.
That's
Can
right.
people go along and see the clinics?
Yes, we've still got availability in the clinic tomorrow, which is being held at Orangefield Football Club, so we're very grateful to them.
Then you're in Glenavon.
And then we're at Glenavon's. Again, grateful for Glenavon letting us use the facilities in Mornview Park. We've got a fun week for kids aged from 2.5 up to 16. Still spaces there all next week when they're off school.
Okay, Tim, Martien, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck with the coaching sessions.